Building a lightsaber with Chris from Sinister Propz. My name's Jim, and this is The Edge of Tech. What's up, everybody? Like I said, today we're going to be building a lightsaber with Chris from Sinister Propz. Now, this is going to be the first video in a 2 to 3 part series. I recorded this video with Chris and a friend of mine named Steve. You'll meet Steve at Murph if you guys are down at Murph. But I recorded this with Chris and Steve. This is not the lightsaber I'm building. This is another one I got to build. But I don't want to reveal what we've already done. Quick heads up, this is a very raw video. This was just us building, having fun, talking, me messing up quite a bit on soldering. So if you want to see me mess up on some soldering or just struggle through some of that, I am not a good solderer. I need some more practice. And for those astute watchers, I think that's the word, astute, right? We'll go with astute. You know that I shake a lot. So me and soldering, not the best. But check it out. This is going to be kind of a long video, and there's casualties, and we'll see what happens by the end. But I'm going to jump right into it. Thank you so much, Chris from Sinister Propz, for sponsoring this, for hooking us up with the parts to build this lightsaber. I did pay Chris for the parts, but he was the one that was able to get all the parts for me, put them all together, and sent me everything I need to build 3 total lightsabers. Let's get into it. Without further ado, let's roll. What's up, everybody? I am with Chris from Sinister Propz, and tonight, this is gonna be built. This is a flagship hilt. It's a lightsaber kit. We got everything, I hope, all the parts we need. Some of them are up here. I got a soldering station that I've never used before, and I maybe soldered one other time in my whole life. So this is gonna be interesting. But Chris is gonna rock it through. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great. About to have my Padawan complete his journey.
Yeah, I would say I think the most nervous I am is about the soldering, because you sent me all the parts I needed. Full disclosure, yep. I paid Chris. I paid him for all the parts I needed. I said, hey, you get them all together, ship them over to me as parts, and then we'll build one together. Because this is what you do. I mean, this is what Sinister Propz is. You guys make some awesome props. We had you on Hotmakes a few weeks ago. But something you guys specialize in is lightsabers, right?
Yeah. So when the business started, it was primarily doing something called lightsaber conversions, which eventually led into custom lightsabers, which is exactly what Jim is experiencing. And I'm sure Jim here has learned why people pay me to build lightsabers, because with all those parts laid out in front of you, you wonder how it all gets put together. But
absolutely,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I am super intimidated by everything, but I know we can do it. It's just a matter of actually doing it. Like the boards. Now I have a second camera. When we do anything close up, I'm gonna try to bring that over to us. But the boards you sent me are 3 boards, right? And they're all together, and they're, I believe, Cfx boards, right?
Yep. Yeah, they're Crystal Focus 10 boards that are made by Plector Labs. It's top of the line parts that we're talking about here. You've got all the fantastic features that the 10-year-old you wish that you had when you know. There you go. Yeah. And that's what we call, they come off of this thing called a brick. And the brick is essentially just lines. When I buy those, it's like this big. It's a sheet, and you break them off, and it's lines and lines of boards. You just kind of wiggle it.
Oh God, this is scary.
You only need one, dude. You're not going to snap the board. So
okay,
there you go.
Okay, I'm going to take one out. I'm going to hide the other 2. So these are Crystal Focus 10 boards, not the 7,
As a matter of fact, Jim, just, you know what? Put that board. I mean, if you want to show it, but when we're doing the instruction, as a matter of fact, that's the last thing that goes in. So
so put it back in the bag.
Like you to put it back in the static bag until we need it. But yeah, because sometimes, you know, there's debris and stuff going around.
So the cool thing about I was looking these up ahead of time, and there's a 7 and a 10, and I'm pretty pumped that you sent the 10s because I think the 10 I can use a magnetic ring to start the lightsabers, right?
No. Okay, so well, that's a. What is my thing doing that?
There we go. In the bag, it's safe.
So okay, so a couple things about that. So obviously, just like anything else, so just like a phone, just like iPhone, right?
Right.
Crystal Focus has gone through Crystal Focus 1, 2,
Sure.
all the way up to 10. And so when you're looking on Plector Labs' website, you're probably seeing, or you're looking at past versions. The Crystal Focus 10 is the first one that had smooth swing, which is that accelerometer kind of gyroscopic sort of feel to it. When you ignite it, you'll see what I mean. They've been on Crystal Focus 10 for a while because it's kind of just needs software updates. It's at this point, it's kind of it's using the proper technology. Exactly. And so the 7 wouldn't have had that. The magnetic thing. So Plector Labs started shipping Crystal Focus boards without the magnetic because of the microchip shortage. So they worked around getting them. So unfortunately, you don't have the boards that have the magnetic ring, but
that's it. I'm
Jim,
out.
I mean, Jim, there's tons of crazy things we can experiment with here.
Nice.
For instance, like you could do power on ignition stuff where you just twist the handle and it turns on.
Oh, sweet.
So you're gonna get all
I
that
don't
stuff.
have a magnetic ring anyway. I just thought it was cool because I saw it on their website. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. By the way, this is the blade, right? This is gonna be the blade.
I forgot we're building the blades. We're gonna build the blades.
Oh jeez. Well, that might be video number 7.
Yeah, that's another day.
Oh man. Anyways, we got the blades with us, so I don't want to prolong it too much. I know. I mean, just listening to you, my buddy Steve's here in the studio with me. He's built a Graphlix one, not with these boards, and he did his a few years ago, I think 3 years ago or so. And he says we're in for some fun. So I'm super pumped. I don't want to take too much more time. So I say we dive into it. I can't wait.
Let's do it.
All right. For the meantime, I'm going to take this and put it up here because I don't think we're going to need that for a while, right?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the PCB, which is the NeoPixel connector. Give me 1 second. Let me get some more light up in here in this room, actually.
No worries. And I'm going to, hopefully there's no echo. I'm going to turn you up a little bit.
That's a lot better.
Let me know if it starts echoing back. I just turned this. I have the speakers on tonight because Steve's in the studio with us. So I ordered 3 hilts. I got 3 total hilts, as you guys probably saw on Hotmakes recently, or well, about a month or 2 ago. And so I got one with these pretty awesome Vaults of Valhalla shrouds. That's what those are. And then
they are KR. They are.
Oh, go ahead.
They are KR flagships, by the way. That's the hilt.
That's the hilt, yeah. KR flagships. And then I got one that doesn't have the shrouds, and then I got one that was in brass, right? And it is super heavy, and that's the one my buddy Steve is gonna build too. But yeah, I'm ready. What do we got to do? We're done. That's it. No.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just make the noises with your mouth.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So first things first.
And I got the chassis from you guys. I printed this. You sent me a file, and I printed it, but it's from you guys. So that's pretty cool. Thank you. And that's going to go inside. We'll talk about it, right? But it'll go inside somehow. Sweet.
We will. It's made to specifically fit the KR chassis. As a matter of fact, I use that chassis for a lot of hilts, but it is specifically made for the flagship.
Sweet. All right. I'm watching. So I'm going to, I'm going to grab my mouse. And that way, if we want to expand your window or anything like that, I have my mouse here. I have all sorts of fun parts. So yeah, we're ready.
I'm just inching you a little closer here.
Nice, I can
Cool.
do that. Perfect.
So you should have one of these.
Yes, one of these.
And then you should have a nice little baggie with pins and a connector in it.
Oh God. Already, we're gonna start with this. I saw this. It was pretty intimidating.
So you're gonna get your solder.
All right, I tell you what. Give me a half a second. I have a feeling I'm gonna do a lot of close-up stuff, and I want to power this GoPro so we don't lose the power because it'll shut itself off after like 10 minutes or so. Steve's at least you built one of these before, right? Right, Steve? Said,
yeah. But what did Steve put in his?
Do you remember what board you put in yours?
It was
an old board, right?
That means it's old.
Yeah.
Nano Biscotti.
Nano Biscotti.
So cool enough, Nano Biscotti is still. Here, let's take a look at the different boards.
Oh boy.
Because I have a Nano Biscotti. Nano Biscotti is really cool because they're actually still very relevant.
Nice.
I think it's just an older version of what we have here.
No, it's not. It's more like an economy version. The crystal focus has always been Flector Labs. Same company, by the way. Nano Biscotti, Flector Labs.
Oh,
So
cool.
this is the, I don't know if you can see the small. This is the board we're working with.
Oh yeah. Let me solo you for a second here.
Sure. This is the board we're working with.
Yeah.
This is the Crystal Focus 10, right? This is the Nano Biscotti. So this is what he put in his. Very simple stuff. 3 sound fonts. You can't color change with it. And so you can see the sizing is a little bit
smaller.
different.
Yeah.
This is like an economy one. Yeah.
That's cool.
So I still use these in certain installs. They're very reliable. Flector Labs to me is the most reliable company out there.
Well, that means you use good parts then.
I use top of the line parts.
I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna get that going there. So so I have all of these little guys here, and I have this. What else? Maybe I need to make that smaller here.
You need the pins. You need the connector. You need the, that's better. That's really good.
I'm trying to. There we go. Hey, pins, connector.
Now we're cooking.
What else?
With peanut oil.
Do I need this thing?
Pins, connector. That's for the blade. So put that away.
Okay. Put that over here.
Pins, connector, solder, and soldering iron.
Okay. Already with this. What? So I'm looking at Fahrenheit, or what degree? Where should I be at my soldering iron at?
I would say as long right now, because you're going to be. So everyone's different with this. You want to be somewhere between 350 and 450 degrees Celsius. I depending on what I'm working on, these pieces are a little bit more fragile, so you might want to dump it down to like 400.
400 degrees Celsius.
You want to be careful about how long you keep the soldering on there. Right at 400 degrees, and the solder meets, you just pop. It's a dab, and you're off.
Sounds good. And I need a clip of solder. This is like a, oh boy.
Sorry if I am working just for the people watching. I am doing a same install, okay? I'm doing a very similar install to him, except for I'm not using his chassis. My chassis comes on this Saber. I'm going to follow along with him while I do an install.
Sure.
My chassis is different. It's a little different.
Okay.
So if I'm working on something else while I'm talking or while he's doing that, it's because I'm prepping a different chassis, and it's kind of irrelevant to the video.
Okay.
But I also want to make sure that I'm following along with you, Jim, as I go along. If I had a flagship to install, I would, but I don't.
Oh, we're good. and hopefully it's not weird being upside down and all that stuff. You can see it that way. So, all right, I have my solder piece here. I have the little
Yep.
pins. I have this piece and this thing. Check.
Check. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is so you have everything out of the bag. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that little connector. I want to make sure I don't lose any pins. You're going to take that connector like this. So flip this connector upside down. Whoops.
So the screws are face down?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have a pair of helping hands?
Steve's standing here. That was a good one, right? Come on, that was funny. Yeah, Steve let me borrow this.
Hey, Steve coming in clutch. All right.
Yeah.
So
good thing
I have this little thing, but I'm not going to use it because you don't have one. So do you see this? This is my little secret. You see the little screw?
Yeah.
Clamp down on one of the screws.
Okay.
While it's on the outside there. Yeah.
Clamping.
And keep it face down.
Let's see how you. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Face down. Oh, wait, I need to turn. Can I turn this?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I got a helping hand inside of a helping hand. I don't know what that means, but there we go. Hopefully that's okay for video, but cool. All right, we're in. Kind of. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so your next step is going to be to take the connector.
Yeah.
Right?
Connector.
And you're going to, with the LEDs facing down, you are going to drop all the pins into each socket.
Do they stop themselves?
They'll stop themselves.
Okay. So
be very
what
careful.
we're looking at is
spring-loaded.
LEDs. I'm going to move that out of the way. We got LEDs face down. We're dropping pins in. Oh, look at that. They don't even go all the way through.
No, they have a little catch on them.
This is going to be me chasing pins around for 35 minutes because I shake so much, and also because it's not a project unless I drop at least 6 things. So I appreciate you taking the time to do this, Chris, because you've done about a bajillion of these, and you're like taking a huge step back, like baby steps now, right? To help me learn. And the best thing about this is I can go back to this video, watch it, and build the next one I have because I have 2 to build. So.
Yep. That's how you get to Jedi Master. See, now you're just.
I think I'll start with. I think I'll start with Floor Mopper, and then someday I'll become like Padawan, and then. No, dude, I was watching Carl's stuff, Vaults of Valhalla, and it's just like that guy's ridiculous.
The dude's a wizard.
Yes. Well, and you take it and put the stuff in it, so. This is going to be great with me dropping all these pieces. Okay. I almost got now it's like everybody's watching me. Okay, there we go. Hopefully the GoPros. Okay, I'm in.
Okay. You're going to put this connector inside of that white thing. It goes in one direction. So like get above it. Not as,
Oh, that was terrible. So are the pins going through?
I don't even know what to say to that. Yes.
I have the worst dad jokes.
This is going
to be the longest night ever if I keep that up. All right. So it goes in one direction, and am I going pins down?
So the pins will go, if you have it the correct way.
Yeah.
It sinks in, and the pins only locks in one way.
Okay.
And so you just kind of drop it in there, just like that.
LEDs down.
And LEDs down.
Okay.
Do you see that? You see how the pins are all as they were?
Yeah.
On the other side, you should see that they've poked all the way through.
Okay. Let me look.
Yeah. And so I just tap it with my finger to get them through.
Yes. Look
at
this.
Don't hold it up. Don't hold it upside down, or they'll fall out.
I have my thumb there.
So put it back on the thing and make sure that the pins, keep this as level as possible, right?
Oh, geez. You want me to get my level out?
Just make sure that gravity's doing its job.
All right, gravity's doing its job. Hopefully everybody can see. Pins are in. It's all down. They're sticking through the bottom. I got Steve's helping hands. He has really little hands, by the way. I appreciate that, Steve. And
Tiny
okay,
hand Steve.
Let's do it. Now what?
We call him Tiny Hand Steve.
I like it. Steve, tiny hands.
So let me move that. So now you're going to grab your trusty soldering iron.
Don't mind me. I'm just, social mediaing. Not really. Taking a memento picture for us. Okay, trusty. Oh, God. We're soldering. Okay, I'm in. We're doing this. I'm here.
Dude,
I got it.
If you're getting nervous here, bro, it's going to get hairy, dude.
Well, see, the thing is, you told me to use the biggest tip, right? I'm just joking.
Yeah.
So I put this tiny tip on there. The smallest one it came with, right?
Okay.
All right. And now what?
Okay.
Let me just.
Oh, man. Hold on. I just bumped my.
Oh, boy.
I bumped my helping hands trying to move the camera.
Oh, man. So if you're watching at home, we are building a lightsaber. We're putting all the electronics together for the hilt. And Chris from Sinister Propz is walking me through this. He is sponsoring this episode, and I appreciate that so much. I don't know why I called it an episode. He's sponsoring this video because it's going to be like a 17-hour video with me messing around. Yeah, thank you so much.
It might be multiple. It might be multiple parts depending on how hungry we get.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we've got the connector, right?
Yeah, connector check.
You are going to drop a dab of solder.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with soldering, right? What you're going to do is you're going to hold it to the pin.
Let's act like I've never soldered before. How about that?
Okay, so you're going to hold the soldering iron to the pin for just a second.
Yeah.
I just pulled it out. You're going to hold the soldering iron to the pin for a second.
Yeah.
And then you are going to hit it with a little bit of solder.
Okay.
And you're going to form a nice little bubble on it.
Okay. Do I need to put any solder on the tip first? Oh
No.
my God. No. Okay.
Nope. You just meet the solder with it.
Just meet the solder with it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to single my my camera out like this so you can see how I'm breaking it. I mean, how I'm doing. Let's see. Hopefully it's focusing okay. I got this GoPro's on there now. I see it's kind of fuzzy right here, but I don't know if I can do much about that. We're going to keep rolling. So
okay, really quick, Jim, just so you don't get nervous.
Yeah.
Taking a look, do you have that little connector that you had for the blade? Did you set that off to the side?
Yes. This one?
I want you to flip that over and take a look at those rings.
Okay.
Okay, do you see those rings?
Yeah.
Each one of those rings is a connection. All right. So this is kind of cool because what we're doing right here is we're actually going to learn how the blade works, and we're going to learn how the power works. Okay. So on that outside ring, that is your positive connection, which means all the pins on the outside of the connector are your positive.
Okay.
The second one on the inside is your negative. So positive and negative for power, correct?
Right.
And then dead center is the data line.
Ah.
Right. So when you're looking at your connector, you're going to see 4 pins on the outside, 5 pins on the inside. And then you're going to see 1 pin on the middle, right?
Yep.
And so you just have to make sure that the positive pins don't bridge anything else. And you got to make sure that none of those negative pins bridge the center pin.
Okay.
Right?
And you mean by bridging, don't solder across.
Do not solder them all together. Correct. So when you solder, because you're going to see pads where you're going to see pads where it looks like they can be bridged, and I just don't want you to panic.
Got it. We're good. Don't panic. I'm not panicking yet. We're good. I wish I could turn.
So
this.
you're just going to.
But anyway.
You're going to solder each one,
Yeah,
and then we're going to prime our pads.
Okay. So
I'm already done. So what's taking you so long?
It is shaking here. No. I was listening to your very good explanation.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Jim.
What's killing me?
I don't know if you want to.
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
I don't know if you want to zoom in on mine really quick.
Oh, hang on.
So that you can see what we're looking at here.
So I can see what I actually am supposed to look like. Hang on.
Huzzah.
Oh, your focus is as good as mine. So little bubbles on each one. Little bubbles on each one. It's hard
just
to
a
see.
little. What you're going to do is you're just going to go. You're going to have the soldering iron there for a second, and then you're going to knead it with the solder, and you're just going to go blop, and it should just be a nice little blob.
Okay, nice little. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do one, and you tell me if I'm blobbing right. All right, Steve, don't sneeze. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna start with which one can you see?
Perfect.
I'm gonna start with this one.
I can see
way out here. So touch it for a
soldering
second.
iron on the pin, and then knead.
Oh God, I am way too.
The solder should hit in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Oh God, am I up? Yeah, I'm up. Lock. Let's lock you. Just make sure I got heat.
Once you get it.
Do I have heat?
Yeah, it should melt it pretty right away. If it's
I'm at 398 C. Right?
Let's bump that up to like 425.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
It took a second.
I want you to bump it up to 425 for me. So that it melts a little faster.
Oh wait. 425? Got it. 425 C.
There's really not much risk here as long as you're holding there for a second. Okay.
Come on. Oh God. I'm not gonna lie. This is I'm getting solder everywhere.
Everywhere where? So you don't want to hold the solder on. You don't want to fuse the solder. You want to pull the solder off. Did it do anything?
I got a bubble on this.
Yeah, cut that. Cut that.
Do you want me to? I got the smallest.
Cut the bubble.
I spun it around. All right, let's try this. Go hold it on here for a second.
And then meet the solder with the tip, and it.
Oh yeah. Maybe. It's still, all it's doing is bubbling on the solder. What the heck?
Yeah. So let's get it hot.
Solder. What was that?
Let's get, dude. My little bracket thing just broke.
I'm gonna try. So this is the solder that came with this soldering iron. Steve has a different solder that is different. So we could try that.
You could go up to if you want. I'm actually at 455.
On yours?
Yeah.
Oh man. No worries. All right, I'm up. Here we go. Let's try this again. And it might be because I'm using such a small tip. If I need to go to a bigger tip, we can.
This is how big mine is. I don't know if you can see that.
No, because I'm not looking at it.
It looks like you just did it.
I mean, there's a ball on it. So there's that.
Uh-oh. You just...
I'm okay with that. I can fix that. I will fix that. But, yeah, I knocked it out. So there's that.
It didn't... The other one didn't set crooked, did it?
Did it what? Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
This is Jim the disaster here. Hang on. I got an idea. We're okay still. I'm in. All right. I'm up. The pin is not moving. Is that good?
I just want it to be straight up and down. If you
Looks like
put it in the socket. See if it goes in the socket and it comes out the other end properly.
I got to get it in one way, right?
Yeah, it should just flop in there.
Oh, let's see. I might have put it in sideways here. Let's take the guy who sucks at soldering and give him all the solder. I love this. I love this challenge. I can't.
It's a challenge, I tell you.
This is why people pay you to do this, right?
Yes, this is why they pay me to do this.
You get the big bucks, and then people don't have to deal with this. All right. All right. That's okay though. I like this because I'm learning. I am gonna start over real quick because I jumped them all out. Steve over here would have been done by now. You got half a lightsaber done, and I'm just picking pins up off the table. This is what I mean. Hey, I like this though. It shows learning and my failures, which is okay. Because I got to fail to learn, right? What's the worst that can happen? I got 3 boards. Oh, Jesus. So, how's the weather over there? Uh-oh, did I lose your audio?
You did not. I was running a Dremel really quick, and I figured let's not let the viewers hear that.
Good idea. Good idea.
How's the weather over here? Man, it's San Diego.
There you go. Okay.
I actually just got back from Star Wars Celebration.
I was just gonna. That was my next question. You went to Celebration. How was it?
It was great. I got to see a lot of people, a lot of my customers, which is a very surreal kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't typically get to actually meet a lot of my customers in person. Also seeing sabers that I've installed years ago, again, in person, sometimes is kind of a surreal experience. So that was very nice. It's the first Star Wars Celebration I ever went to, too. So seeing, as a prop maker, seeing like screen-used Mandalorian props
nice
is incredible. I got a couple of my vintage props that actually showed on Hotmakes. I got a couple of them signed. I got that Boba Fett blaster that I was showing off.
I saw on your social media you got that signed.
Signed by Tamora Morrison, so now I never get to touch it again.
Right. Hey, did you meet Carl?
I didn't. Was he there?
Yeah.
I did not meet Carl.
Oh my God, it's over. No, yeah, he went out. Michael Baddeley was there. Actually, was Carl there? Maybe Carl wasn't there, but Michael Baddeley was there. Did you meet him?
I didn't. I'm going to be honest. I'm really bummed. I only went Saturday and Sunday, and I went with my best friend, and I spent the entire time running from place to place. So anyone who caught me was catching me in passing, pretty much. I had 4 autographs done. We went to a couple of panels, and so I'm learning that if I go to another one, I need to go for more than 2 days, because I really just didn't get time to. There were like 2 customers who wanted to meet up with me, and I never was able to get back to them because I never had a moment to myself. I walked the floor, like half the floor, and we were going to come back to it, and I never got to come back to it. So
got it.
It just wasn't enough time for someone, for someone in my industry. I really, really am bummed that I didn't get to talk to many people.
Sure.
Carl should be really happy because it's in London next year.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, we might just have to go anyway.
I'll wait for it to come back to the States.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carl.
Come on. It'll be fun.
I did a semester abroad in London, so I've seen it all.
Nice.
Maybe if it's in another country. I get to add another stamp to my passport.
There you go. Okay, so I officially suck, and I'm working on putting all these back in carefully, because they only go in one way, right? And
yes,
and the center ones, how is this possible? They're like not the little lines aren't meeting up, so I probably don't have it in the right way then, right? So the little holes aren't meeting up all together.
It should just pop in where it's recessed.
Yeah, it's spun around. I'm looking at it. So if I'm looking at this board, so I got one pin in.
The pins out.
Yeah. I'm okay with that because I just want to get it lined up, right?
Does the pin look like it's straight up and down?
I mostly.
Show me. It looks good. It doesn't look crooked, so it should go in properly.
It's mostly ish, yeah. I just don't know. So theoretically, I should just be able to push it in or drop it in there and put the other pins on top with all the holes, right?
You can do that too. Sometimes I do that, yeah.
Let me just make sure. So it's sitting all the way down. That's good. So what I'm having, the issue I'm having is the holes in the center are not lining up with the center holes. Super weird.
Because it only goes in one way.
Got it. Well, considering I just knocked that pin off, we'll start over.
What pin did you knock off?
The one that's not soldered very good.
Oh, the one that you soldered it, you just knocked it off?
It just fell off.
That's not a good sign.
So we'll just say this. It wasn't soldered good. Steve's gonna get popcorn over here and then sitting here and just laugh. I like that. Hey, how was that benchy? Yeah, go rip it off the bed and let's. What? You can take the flex plate out and just flex it. Okay, so whoa. Let's not drop these. So this usually takes a minute, and it's been taking a few.
Dude, it's totally fine.
Nice. It's just me being what's the word? Self-conscious.
You could just cut this up, and make it seem like you did it as fast as I did.
Yeah.
And then leave this part of me explaining what you're going to do in the video.
Okay.
And people will understand.
It only goes in one way.
Yes.
There can be only one. All right, so I'm trying to line this thing up. I did it good the first time. This time, not so much. What is going on here? So
and I just tap them with my finger. Just pop, and they should just all go in.
Weird. So the outsides in the center go in, but the five around the center or whatever, they're not. They don't like it. So I must be not putting it in right.
Yeah, you must not be putting it in right.
Hate when that.
Well, you did it once, so.
I know, right? That's the problem. Like.
That was not a dad joke.
The first time I nailed it, right? That is a dad joke. That's how I have a son. I did it once. Oh, anyways, no, only once. That's all it took. All right, I think I got this.
You just forgot, huh? After
that, I can't comment on camera anymore. I think I got it now. I think I got it. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Yeah. All right.
No worries, man. I'm taking care of all my other stuff that doesn't pertain to the video. So.
Nice. He's like, I just took a nap, came back,
installed another saber.
Right. Yeah, he got a whole nother one done. I might All right, so I finally got all the pins. I got it back in. We're We're in business that way. Now I got, oh God. I had one fly, but we're okay. Now I'm going to let gravity do its thing, like you said, and make sure all the pins are level. Check.
Yep.
I mean, we're level-ish. Do you think it would be worth? I noticed your tip is bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Go on.
Do you think it would be worth me putting on the one size larger soldering tip or no?
You can. I mean, you know, the smaller that tip is on the soldering iron,
yeah,
the more you might have to apply it. So if you want, you can show me the sizes that you have, because the really small ones are for like components.
Yeah,
like board components.
Got it. I'm gonna let me see. I'll get the slightly larger one that came on it back out, because I just took it off a little bit ago. I was like, you know, I think he said get a small tip, so I did, and then I think it's too small.
Yeah.
So let's see, which one is the smallest out of that? Yeah, those are probably about right.
The one in your
the one I have is like super tiny.
Yeah, don't use that one. Yeah, that's better. That's about where mine is.
Oops. That's probably what's going on here. Yeah, I'm going to blame it on the tip. Let me get myself out of solo mode so we can bring you back in the camera for a second, and then I'm going to change the tip. There we go.
Be careful when you're doing that, Jim, because I don't want you to burn yourself.
Is it hot? Imagine it was just at 450C, so we don't want to burn everybody.
I would use a tool.
I can't even.
I just burn myself. I burn myself once a day with the soldering iron. So, you know, it's just, I'm being hypocritical at this point, but I'm just trying to save you from.
It's better for me to not burn myself today.
I have grabbed the end of my soldering iron just because I was brainless, you know, and you know, it just sears you immediately. So it's so hot. You know, you should know, because if you touch the end of a end, it's the same thing. I mean, it's literally the same.
Well, I could tell you this is definitely hot. Hang on, let me. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get a tool, as you said. It's safer that way.
In the meantime, you guys get to watch me.
Yeah.
Solder a connector.
This is how you change a soldering iron tip, everybody. Yeah, this is riveting. Yeah, no, actually it's not, because there's no rivets, but did you get the benchy off?
So for anyone in the video watching me wondering what this big yellow thing here is, if you solder a lot, like me, you don't want to breathe in rosin and lead. In the long term, it's very bad for your lungs.
Yes.
So this is a carbon filter with a fan that blows out this direction. And my workspace is very well ventilated, and I have a huge air purifier in my workspace.
Okay.
So for anyone who does soldering a lot, you can get these little fans on Amazon here. They suck in and you just change the carbon, or it's a carbon filter. I think it's a carbon filter.
Carbon filter.
Like charcoal or whatever. And you change it out every now and then, and it keeps the rosin out of your lungs. You know, Jim is fine on just, you know, it looks like he's got a big open room and just, he's not soldering all the time.
Currently, I have a big open room. I actually have a fan blowing at me because I'm hot right now. I unplugged my air purifier because I wanted to plug the fan in. And I don't know why I did that, because I'm not even using the other plug. So I'm going to plug that back in. So we have an air purifier too. Look at that. Automatic air. So, okay, we're back up to 450. Scared again. No, I think maybe the tip size is what got me. I'm gonna blame it on the tip.
Just the tip.
So I'm gonna keep showing yours right now too, because you're definitely more entertaining than I am right now. Here we go. Touch it for a few seconds. Drop a bead on. Pray.
Yep. Make sure that it seals on the area around the edge there.
Make sure it's level. Steve's over here shaking his head like, what is this? He knows how much I shake. I've known Steve for a long time.
You know, because this happens too sometimes, I get shaky too, depending on like blood pressure and stuff.
So much better.
It is? Okay, good. You should just do a bead on. I want you to just do a bead on each one of those pads, okay? Not the ones that don't have pins on them yet. We'll get there.
Well, come on.
I'll just let you figure it out. This is a good practice point. But just
yeah, good.
As long as you take some time in between each one, I mean, it doesn't look like you're working super fast anyway. Don't want the thing to get too hot.
Okay, I'm backing off for a minute. So it looks like little.
Do not blow to pure solder.
Don't blow up my solder.
So that's how you get a cold solder joint. So don't let it dry naturally.
Man, I hate when I get cold solders.
Yep.
Here we go. Second. Oh God. Hey, that one was better, huh? I'm a pro.
There you go.
I'm a pro already. Done. Shut the video down. Okay. No.
Wait till we get to the board, bro.
You what?
Say wait till we get to the board.
See,
oh no.
Here, I get my confidence up for one joint, and then you're like, oh yeah, dude, just wait till you get over this one.
Yeah. This is probably the second hardest piece of it.
So you said you were going to do the hardest part and then send it to me. But I don't think you did.
Oh, I did the hardest part. I did.
What was it?
There's a little technique that I do to you have to do some connections on a board for a NeoPixel, which is what we're doing. And I have a very special technique that I do. And it involves really, really, really small soldering. And I went ahead and did that for Jim because Jim could splice together a wire thing to do the connection on his own. But I'm glad I did it because it probably would shave off a good 45 minutes from this soldering process. And it would be a very boring thing to watch him do and a weird thing for me to explain.
Oh, God.
I'm proud of you.
Hopefully that one didn't get too. Hopefully that one didn't get too close. Yeah, this makes it way easier. Uh-oh. So what happens if it runs a little? Are we good still?
What does that mean? You can dab it and bring it back a little bit.
I'll show you. It'll be better and safer if I show you what I mean by that. So let's see, in this one, it's spread out a little bit more than that hole. I don't know if you can see it.
As long as you mean spread out like, okay, look at mine.
How do I explain this?
Like the middle one, do you see how mine's spread out on those pads?
Yeah, the one at the bottom of the screen, now it's on the top of the screen, how it's wider than just that hole, right?
Yes, that's a pad that's supposed to get solder on it because the whole thing is one piece. If it runs, that's fine because solder spreads out.
Okay, so let me see if I can get this closer for you to see this. I just want to make sure. I don't want to break nothing before we go in.
There's a glare. Nope, it's supposed to do that.
Okay, so you see where it's wider than the hole.
Jim, those soldering points on those pins look really good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry, camera-wise, if it's not great for everybody else because there's not a great, As long as it doesn't touch the outsides or the center, right?
Yep.
So if I do get a little too much, can I use that little sucker thing?
Sucker.
Oh, there's like a little solder sucker thing.
I usually just spread it to a point. Okay, now you gotta do the center.
They're getting close to the center. That's what I'm saying. So
it's fine. It's fine as long as they're not touching the center pin.
Oh Jesus! So this is a scary one. Let me show you. Scary. I don't know if you can see it great, but as I shake to this, hang on. Oh, there you go. Is that better? Look at that.
Yeah. It looks good, though. It looks good. Don't.
Oh, God. Whew. Steve, I'm scared. This is like the second easiest one, he said. So. Oh, baby.
Sorry if I'm making a lot of noise.
Okay, I think I got them all.
All right.
Finally. And nothing is touching the center that I can see.
Do a double check and make sure that nothing is bridged. Because I'm not going to be able to see it, but you can.
Steve, do you want to discount double check me?
Oh,
Make
yeah.
Sure you don't see anything bridged, because you've done this before and I haven't.
I claim I'm no expert either.
Yeah, Steve says he's claiming no expert either. But I just want to make sure. I'll hand it off to Steve here. So, all right, Steve is officially looking at my solder. So don't burn yourself, please. 17 hours later, I got my first 5, 9, 10 solder points, right?
Yeah, what are you talking about? We've been filming for like, what, 10 minutes?
What are you thinking?
The magic of editing.
Be honest, brutal with me.
The outside one looks great.
Oh, boy.
The center one looks okay. I don't see anything touching.
Good. I mean, as long as nothing's touching, I don't care.
All right. Do you want to see it up close to be safe?
Work.
Here.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to see it as well, but you can show it to me if you want.
Let's see. There you go.
It looks good. It looks good to me. From here, it looks like you got little beads, and that's what matters.
Perfect. All right.
Beads are good.
And hopefully none of them pop out.
They shouldn't. It looks like you did a good soldering job.
All right. Let me go to this camera. What's step number 2?
Step number 2 is going to be.
Oh, geez. I love it.
Okay. So step number 2 is going to be, you are going to take the screwdriver, a little tiny screwdriver, and take the screws out from the top. I'm on that step 2.
The top of what we just did.
Those little screws.
Yeah. These.
Oh, wait a minute. There is. No, you could do that first. Put the screws. So do you have a little screwdriver?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Okay, so you're gonna.
Give me one second. I just gotta grab it. Little screwdriver. Steve said that the 17-minute benchy did good. He brought it over. It looks really good.
17-minute benchy.
17 minutes and 30 seconds. Sorry, I exaggerated by 30 seconds. Yes. The that Bamboo Lab Carbon X1 is absolutely ridiculous. And out of the box, 17-minute and 30-second benchy.
Awesome.
So when you said how fast your hilts print, I'm like, because mine took about an hour with I used some supports. Actually, maybe a little longer with supports, but because I was a baby and I was scared.
I'd have to double check with my I print those on my Hatchbox. I don't use any supports at all. But it's definitely under an hour.
Oh, that should work. Perfect. I just want to make sure I'm not stripping this thing out. I got my fancy dancy screwdriver. So I'm going to take those 2 screws out and then
and you're going to screw them into the bottom.
Okay. Oh, I see. So it holds the board in?
It holds the PCB in.
Love it. So,
Uh-oh.
out. Out. And then into the top.
You're going to put them on the other side. Yeah.
You said, uh-oh. It scared me.
I said, uh-oh, because I need to figure out a way to power my phone here in a second.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm walking through the same thing.
Yeah. Except for I'm fumble fingers over here. There we go. Nailed it.
Do not do one side too tight right away. You kind of like
Deal. Always leave both sides tight until they're all the way, until both are in. Good,
yeah, you don't want them super tight either. You don't want to break the board. Just maybe just touching it. Is that okay? Yeah, just touch it, just enough to keep it in.
Okay, done.
And then you can put that down.
Have you seen that? I like it. It's one of those wow sticks. I really liked it on my micro crawler, my little RC crawler. It's tiny. All right, so I have this now.
Cool. So we're not done soldering on the back yet.
Oh,
not
Jesus.
even close. So, okay. You're going to see a little pad with a plus sign next to it.
In this bag, you can't see that.
Nope. On the PCB. We're still on the PCB.
Okay. Yep, I see a plus.
Okay, you're going to pick one of those, your favorite one.
I was just gonna say there's multiple plus signs. Okay.
There's two. There should be two.
I see three. No?
Oh yeah, there's three. It's one of the pads that's not connected to a pin. Right?
So
on the out.
So there's one there.
Oh, you do have.
One
you do have three. Just pick one.
Okay, just pick one. Got it.
Pick one, and put a drop of solder on it.
Okay. I'm gonna helping hands this. I'm gonna spin this around because I'm,
You don't have to do. Yeah. Oh, you can do that. You can do that if you want. Yeah.
Just for camera wise, and for my own
for camera.
And for my own sanity, because I'm learning. I'm gonna be a solder expert by the end of this, I think. Okay, that's not.
So what you're gonna do
yeah.
is you're just gonna fuse a nice little bead of solder.
Yeah.
Onto one of those pads.
Okay. So just
and
pick
then
one.
for the negative one, you should see that there's like a pad in between two pins.
Yeah.
Just pop a little bit of solder onto those pads. If there's already solder under the negative, like in the negative pads, then don't worry about it. Usually there's enough solder on the negative pads.
Okay.
But the positive one, put a little bead of solder.
Yeah, Steve, I shake so much for this. The camera's like, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. So. Okay.
Don't put two. Yeah.
Got a bubble of solder. Okay, perfect. And then you said the negative ones, that's all the 5 in the center, right?
Yeah, they're kind of like in between the pads. The negative pads are kind of like in between. So just pick one of those little in between places and put like a little dab of solder on it. It's not really that big of a deal. I wouldn't.
If one of the pins is bridged into that negative pad, is that okay?
That's fine. Don't put solder on there then.
Okay.
You're good. Okay.
Right. I mean, there's just a tiny bit. That's okay?
That's fine. Here's the hard part.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put this down. Okay, I'm listening.
You're gonna see two resistors.
Oh.
You'll see a little thing that says D2, and you'll see R1 and R2. Those are the resistors. You see them?
I see R1 and
In R2.
D2. Yeah.
Do you see that little tiny pad that's between them?
Yeah.
It's circular, not square. It's circular. It's a little tiny circular silver pad.
Is it right under the 2? Oh wait.
Okay,
I see so there's R2, R1, and D2, and there's a circular pad right between all 3 of those.
Yes, that little tiny circular pad needs a little piece of solder on it.
Oh Jesus. Yep, this guy right over here. It's hard to see.
Yep. So
I see what you're
pop
saying.
a little bit of solder on him.
Okay.
You got it.
I got it. I got this. Steve is on the edge of his chair right now. This is phenomenal stuff. All right, just a little, right?
Just a little bit.
I got it. Woo! Just a dab. Let me see. Dude, it's perfectly centered.
Yeah.
Pretty much genius. We're done.
Boom.
All right. It's going to be super hard for you to see, but I got it on there. I got it on there. I'm proud of myself.
I believe you.
All right. Now what?
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna.
All right. Now we go get tacos.
Yeah. Now we're gonna add wires.
Okay. Like you sent me a couple bags of wires.
Okay. Yep. Get the hilt.
What colors? Does it matter?
Jim, get the hilt.
Oh, get the hilt.
First, yeah.
Hilt.
Cool. Yes. So common colors for something like this are you're going to use not the higher gauge. It would technically be the lower gauge. You're going to use the thicker wire, thicker red and black.
Yep. Red and black. Okay. Let me see what we got. I'm just going to grab 2. All right, I got red and black. Nice long thing, right?
And you're going to need the regular size. I know I sent you really thin stuff too, but just the regular size, just the gauge lower. So the gauge higher. Green. I sent you a lot of green, right?
Yes. So I have red, black in the smaller, yep. And then I have a coil of green.
I sent you enough to do all 3 sabers, so yeah. Okay, so you're going to need to cut equal lengths of all of these. And how we're going to do this is I want you to take the chassis and stick it into your saber really quick.
Does it go?
So take the bottom off.
Bottom or?
As a matter of fact, the whole bottom part of your lightsaber, you could just take that off and just set it aside.
I don't need the top right now, do I?
You need the top.
I need the top. Okay. Bottom cap.
I mean everything. Everything that you have in your hand right there, just that sleeve and everything. Set that on. Just get that out of here.
This too?
Mm-hmm. Put that where the pommel is.
I just need the top.
You just need the top. As a matter of fact, the entire install is going to come in the top.
What? Like this?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Does that fit in there like a glove?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, here.
Yep. Perfect.
I wish I wasn't recording now because I really have a good joke, but I can't say it. Okay. All right.
Like a glove.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay. So what you're going to do is put your saber. So I'm going to do it with you. You're watching me? Yep. Mine's different. So this is a great example, okay? Isn't yours underneath the shrouds? Your shrouds come off, right?
Yes.
You have screws. You're going to want to take the shrouds off.
Oh, son of a...
I believe that the mounting screw is underneath that.
You're talking about this? Oh, frick. Hang on. You talking about this one?
Nope, that's the screw you need.
That's the screw.
So you don't have to take the shroud.
Yes.
You do not have to take the shroud off. You don't
Cool.
have to do it. It's fine.
Nice.
Just
So
sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't for certain things.
Yeah.
Okay, so that screw is what locks your PCB into your hilt. So what you're going to do, look, here's mine right here. So you're going to pretend that your PCB's at the screw. So here's my screw right here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So it's where my fingers or my screw is. Mine's a hanging chassis. Yours is not. So you stick your chassis into your hilt. Okay. So here's my chassis. The glue is drying, which is why it's like that. And this is how you're going to measure your wire, right? So you're going to take your wire. You're going to take, this is not long enough for me, right? But so you pinch your wire to where your chassis is.
Okay.
Where it's going to be mounted at the PCB. Yours is a fixed chassis, which means you're not going to have anything coming out of the bottom of your hilt. You're going to unscrew your bottom, and it's going to come off, which is super convenient. Very convenient. This is a saber forged hilt. It's designed a little bit differently. So the chassis is what's called free hanging. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire. Oh man, I'm actually out of black wire after this. It's fine. So you're going to take your wire, all three pieces, red, green, and black, and you're going to make sure, just to be safe, that it goes all the way to where your speaker end meets. So let me see if I have one of your chassis in here. I do. Look at that. Here is a Goth chassis. Ready?
Okay.
So just like this, you're going to find that screw hole, and that's where you start. And I want your wire to end. At the end of your speaker, at the end of your chassis. And that's where you're going to cut all three wires.
So,
and that'll give you some slack.
So if I bring mine into solo here, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to show you. So you're saying this screw here.
Measure your wire from, and this is when you're running conduit like this.
Yep.
You only benefit by cutting more than you need.
Yeah, because you can't.
That's why I'm telling you don't want to add. That's why I'm telling you to measure from that screw all the way to, like, let's say the very end of the chassis. That's how much wire you're going to need. Yep.
I do. Yeah. And I have the top too, which is weird. So go
the top
to this.
Screw is the retention screw. The top screw is what keeps the blade in.
The blade, yeah. And this one, you said that's gonna hold the PCB or something in?
Yeah, it just locks the PCB in place.
How? The PC only goes up to here.
No, the PCB is the NeoPixel connector.
Oh, that's gonna go up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah, dummy. All right. So here we go. This is not rocket science. This is start here, end here.
Yep. And then you're gonna cut right where your thumb is. Yep. Cut it.
Should I go a little long
snip,
just
snip.
to be safe?
If you want, just yeah.
I'm going.
You're gonna end up cutting like three inches off of it anyway. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna cut more than 3 inches off of it. You're probably gonna cut 3 or 4.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'll do what you said, and I'll just go to the end so we don't waste as much because I got 2 other ones to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just to
right there.
Right there. Okay. Check.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have a cut. Please tell me they're all the same length.
Doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yep, we're good. We're good.
When we're done with this, they're literally all going to be at different lengths.
Oh, nice. So this is what we got now.
Yep.
All right.
Right. Cool. Now you're going to either with your, because I gave you silicone wire, which is pretty easy to. I don't know if you want to go back to my screen really quick.
Yeah, give me half a second. I have you on full screen, so it's a little bit. There we go. Okay.
It's fine. So I actually just take I have a little pair of
Sure. Like
whatever
snips
you
or
call snippers, and I just these just peel off pretty easily. I just kind of pop, like keep it halfly squeezed and pop it off.
Sure. So strip the wires.
You want to strip just the end. Yep.
How deep? Like quarter inch or?
Oh no, very a little, maybe like 5 millimeters.
Okay. 5 millimeters. Oh, that is definitely smaller than that. So,
yep,
something like that.
And then once you're done, all 3 of those, just free up one end for now. Okay.
Just on one side, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do both.
Okay.
You're gonna put them in your helping hands like so. You don't have to put all 3.
Hopefully,
you're gonna get your solder. You're gonna get your solder, and you're going to what's called tinning.
Okay.
You are going to tin those leads. You're going to put solder on them, not chunky. You want to make sure that it's like one. It looks like one piece.
Okay.
And you're gonna tin those leads.
Gotcha.
And don't worry if you cut the lead too long, right? Because what you can do is if you've cut a little too much, you can take your wire trimmers, or you know what I use? This is a tool that's familiar to all you 3D printers out there. This is what I use. I know it dulls the blades, but I have so many damn 3D printers that I just get these and like.
Okay. So drop them in. I'm gonna bring over my helping hands and tin the ends.
Yep. It's a technique called tinning.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yep. You tin the pads and you you've tinned your pads already and you tin the leads.
So we're just gonna do the same thing. Just touch it, drop a little solder on it. Something like that.
Yep.
Boom. Boom. Get rid of the solder on the end of this thing.
Jim, just so when you're doing this, let me show you, because I actually do this in a little bit of a different way.
Okay.
So, you had just the tip here, right?
Yeah.
I actually put the solder about halfway down the end here.
Okay.
And you can hold it as long as you want. And then I heat it from like kind of right there. Not just the very tip. I heat it from like halfway down. And I actually so I'm actually sandwiching it. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I'm actually soldering irons touching the wire that's right here.
Yeah.
And I actually just press the solder like on the other end of the wire and sandwich it in. And that'll get a nice even tin all across the whole thing, because there's a lot of surface area on the soldering iron there. And then if you get the solder there and it's a little clunky, what you do is you just take the soldering iron, you just kind of like spread it around, like go up and down until it like spreads it out.
Yeah. I know people are going to be like, what the heck, this guy's soldering skills. But you know what? I'm learning. All right. We're tinning. So in 3D printing, tinning the ends is bad, at least on the board side. But we don't like to see
tinning what?
We don't like the tinned wires on the parts that go into the into the board. Like it's something. But this is a different story. This is going on this is actually being soldered on the board, not tinned and then stuck in a connector.
No, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much an expert. I only have one little flake flying off here on me. I think that's okay. I think we're good, right?
Looks fine to me.
He's like, looks fine from California. I think we're good. All right. Now what?
All right. You got all three?
Yep.
Okay. Next step is, you guessed it, we're putting those wires on the PCB.
Oh, great.
So get your PCB back on your helping hands.
Got it. Yep. There we go. A little higher. This thing's awesome, Steve. Thank you. I'm definitely going to have to get one of these. Good thing Steve's here. All right. Now, I'm guessing black is going to go on the negative.
Yes.
Okay.
If I were you, I would do negative first,
Okay.
positive second,
Yeah.
or data line second. You know where the data line has to go, right?
That's that one in the center.
Yeah.
The
So
D2, whatever.
really quick, you want these wires kind of where the angled, so where they're kind of meeting in the center. Okay. So I don't know if you can see. I don't know. Here, let me do this. So you're going to need a little bit of solder on top of it, by the way. Oh, I just peeled it off.
On top of.
You might need a little bit of solder on top of the tinning that you did. Let me just do this really quick so I can show you how I'm laying these out. By the way, when I solder wires, what I'm typically doing is I'm touching the soldering iron to the wire and then melting it into the tin pad. Kind of like I'm submerging it into a pool.
Okay. So I'm
touching the tip of the soldering iron to the tinned wire, and I'm kind of melting it into the pad, right?
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see this right here. I'm going to pull this off and put this on the screen. But do you see how they all kind of meet in the center? Do you see how they're kind of going inwards towards the center?
Yeah.
So that you can take this just like that. See that? I'm just saying you don't want the wire to be coming like straight out of the D-pad. You kind of want to lay it so that they're meeting in the center.
All right, let me close you up just so I can kind of make sure I'm okay. There we go. So,
do you see how?
Oh, I see now. Okay,
do you see
perfect.
How,
yep.
See how the green one's kind of going towards the center, the red one's going towards the center, the black one's already in the center, so it doesn't really matter.
Got it.
But you want them laying flat. Yeah.
Whew, okay. Steve, this is nerve-wracking stuff here, man.
You know, and Steve does not have a NeoPixel lightsaber, right?
Not currently. No. I mean,
so
he will.
Steve,
he will when he builds it.
Steve would not have experienced this level of trauma.
Not yet.
Because I would take a in-hilt LED install as ease of install over a NeoPixel install any day. The NeoPixel is easy. A NeoPixel is easier to install on the board, but an in-hilt LED is a lot easier to do the PCB.
We're at temp. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to drop it on. Oh, man, this is scary.
I believe in you.
Yeah. Use the force quick. So if... Oh, boy. We don't want it touching, right?
Don't want it touching that center pin.
Yeah, I see a little... I'm going to take, if I can. I might have a little... I see it. I'm going to use my snips. I have just a little, like, one of the wires. And they're it's just flaking off the side. And I want to make sure we're not touching. You know what I mean? Like one single thread of wire came out of the tinned wires.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure it's not there anymore. Because we don't want that, right?
No, it'll bridge it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just double check. I have a bigger light here. All right, I think I'm good. I might need to add a hair more of solder to that.
Yeah, that's not always a good bet.
That's normal. Okay.
It's fine.
All right. So, I mean, come on. Come on. Oh, of course. I dropped it all.
If you need to, you can tin that pad, tin the wire again, just in case it's a little flaky.
Okay. Just to be
There's
safe.
no harm in tinning a wire again if you need to.
I think I just need to figure out my my technique to get the pool. I think I'm just nervous and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. There we go. Nailed it.
It's all right.
Okay. I'm listening.
If you blow it, it's just a $40 part. No big deal.
Jeez. Just a 40. Okay, I'm done. No, I think I'm good. Now I do think it's kind of sideways onto one of those other 5 in the center. Is that bad?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, because those are all negative.
All of those pins are bridged. Yep.
Perfect. All right, so then now I need to find the negative or the positive. Okay, this one should be a little easier because it's not so close to all the other crap. So I'm gonna. You said touch it, so it's a pool.
No. You touch. Oh. So I've got the wire. Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So I've got the wire and it's tin. I touch this to the wire and then I press it into the pool.
Ah, got it. Okay. So touch.
It makes the solders kind of melt. I sandwich.
Ah, dude, that was genius.
That was 10 times easier, wasn't it?
Yes. Except for there we go. That's better. I didn't like the angle. It was like laying down on the board, but now it's not. Okay.
That's fine. So, if it's laying down on the board, it's fine. Now you're going to do the data line. Make sure that it's pointed towards the center.
So this one's in, that one's in the center, data line in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So put this down, sandwich. Woo! Don't hold that high.
This is the hard one.
Is it? Oh God.
Yeah, you do not want to bridge to any of those resistors.
Uh-oh. So don't do that.
I think if you're on the positive side of the resistor, I think you're fine.
I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Don't bridge the resistor, he said. Okay.
It's like a tiny little component too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I'm known
to be so small.
I am known to be
so small,
super freaking shaky. So that doesn't help me.
Dude, look at all the room in this hilt. I love it. It's awesome.
Thanks. I think I got it. Oh, geez.
Yay! Show me.
Maybe not. I think I need to leave good enough alone. Otherwise, I'm going to spread solder everywhere. I'm going to add a little bit to this thing because it's not quite doing what the others did.
Okay. Oh, okay. I need to figure out my...
How scary is this? Now I know why you did it by yourself, not your house. Because
doing it on camera.
my first time really doing any of this, and it's like, let's film it. It's a great idea. I love it. No, this is perfect because you know what? This shows. I wish I just wasn't shaking so much.
That's not charging.
Oh, shoot. You said don't bridge to those resistors.
Yeah.
What if I have a little too much solder, you think?
Don't add any more solder.
What? That's a good plan. I can't all right. Time out. Let me get this off here. This one's scary. I know.
I think I am
That's how I feel about it. Whoa. I'm throwing stuff around.
I'm gonna move my camera, boys.
Okay, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna cry. So does this thing suck up the solder? This thing?
I don't know.
We're gonna try it.
Hey, if you're not bridging anything, don't stress.
I don't know if I am or not, but it's scary because I feel like I am. Whoa. And I don't know if I can do this two-handed. And I don't know if I'm doing it right anyway, so. All right. What am I doing? See, I can't tell that if I'm bridging this or not, and I think I have too much solder on here. So I'm trying to get it like back towards the center, so like it's a bulb, you know?
Oh, look at that. There you go.
Good. That's good. Now, I wish this one would have gone as easy as the other two. Let's take the biggest side. Oh my God, I'm shaking. That does not help me. Steve, you might have to do this one.
The trick is to exhale while you're doing it. Kind of like you're shooting a sniper or something, you know?
I really hope I'm not bridging any of these. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. Because you said that's bad.
I think you can bridge on the top piece, but not the bottom. I'm not sure how it's laid out. Maybe I can see on one that's not soldered. Yeah, I mean, you haven't. There's no solder like on those little tiny resistors, right?
Hope not. Maybe. I'm like working at an angle here. Let me fix this. All right. How do I'm not solder savvy enough to know how to pull some of that solder back. Does that make sense? Like, I think I have too much. Can I just melt it to the tip of this and like pull it off?
You can kind of scrape it, yeah.
And if I were to hit any of those resistors, that's bad. That's all I'm trying to prevent here.
Yeah, I mean, that pad's, there's enough space between those things where I don't think that's going to be too bad.
He doesn't know me very well, does he, Steve? I'm just joking. I'm just a scaredy cat on this one because it's not going as good as the other ones. And this thing doesn't.
Okay.
I need to learn how to use that. I'll have to YouTube it later. Okay. So I've officially, I hope the resistors aren't touched. This is still tinned, but there's a little, hang on. I have a stray. So I'm going to cut that stray. I don't want that on there, right?
Nope.
There we go. Stray. Maybe I can tin this better so it's not. That might be a challenge too, is I might have had too much on that wire. Okay. Send the force over because I just want to get this solder done and maybe we can cry a little after that. And this is not even the hard one you were saying.
No, the board is going to be way harder.
Great.
Oh, man.
I just don't know if I think I have too much solder here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know how to get rid of some of it. So there's that.
You should be okay, even if there's a huge blob of solder on there.
Yeah. I'm worried about those resistors.
If you blow those resistors up, Jim, I sent you a little resistor for that very reason, just in case. So don't stress too much about it. In the bag, I put it in a bag.
All right. Dude, yeah, I think I definitely got too much. So I just need this thing attached. That's all I want.
Yes.
45 minutes later, he's trying to do one solder here. Steve's laughing over here too. I don't know why I can't do this one. And then I move and it pops off.
Yeah, you got to like hold it in there. They should be one. It should look like one piece.
Come on. Yeah, one piece, not all over the place. Not in the resistors. I wish I knew how to get rid of some of this because I feel like there's so much here that it's causing me to be, it looks like a giant blob. Does that make sense?
So, yeah, if you haven't soldered it yet, show me. See if you can show me.
Oh, I'm tempting to solder it. I probably should give the board a break, huh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, show me what's on the data thing in that camera.
Jesus. I need like steady hands. All right.
Yeah, let me take a look at it, Jim.
So where I'm at, let's see. I'm trying to get you a better angle here. This side, right?
Oh. Yeah, okay. So, Jim, get the screwdriver out.
Yeah.
Do this. You ready?
Yeah.
So, take those screws out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then slide the PCB out of the little covering.
Oh God. Okay. And where are we going with this? So I understand.
I'm gonna help you clean some of that off.
Yes.
Oh, I want to get rid of that. I don't want that here.
Steve, this is riveting. Right? He said, sure. All right, it's off.
Okay. So
Oof.
I took my wire off for you.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is right between those pads, you're going to take your soldering iron.
Yeah.
All right, 3.
I'm listening.
And you're going to hold it to the board, and then you're just going to pull it back.
Okay. So like wipe it.
And you're going to wipe it off a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, Steve.
I didn't know if it's appropriate.
What? He has something here called de-soldering braid.
Go ahead, use the desoldering stuff if you need to.
Jeez. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even use desolder. I just don't need it.
Yeah, you've probably done it enough.
You just want to be careful about desoldering braid because you might remove those resistors next to it too. It'll be the same exact problem.
Ah, I see. Okay, so I think I just did what you said. It helped me tremendously get rid of a lot of that. Now I'm just nervous about those resistors, but you know what's the worst
Does
that
it
can happen?
look like
If I'm
it
touching
blows
them,
up?
I guess I have to be even closer later and be, you know.
Do you see those 2 resistors, right?
Yep.
Does it look like there's a space between them and the pad?
Yeah. Here. Hang on. Let me put the soldering iron down. Let's not burn anyone. Man, this camera sucks for close-up, doesn't it?
There's a space between them, right?
Yeah, there should be. I see a space
Okay.
now.
Then try again without the little plastic piece. Maybe that piece was getting in your way. Don't use the helping hands. Put it on the desk, because if you use the helping hands and you touch the PCB or touch a pin, the heat will create electricity. You could blow something.
Got it.
So what I want you to do is just put it on the desk
Mm-hmm.
and just get the wire like I am right here and just hold it with your hand and solder it on. Pop it on. So come at it with the soldering iron going this direction. You see?
Yep.
See how I'm holding like this? Come at it going this way.
Okay. So put the green wire on it, then sandwich it.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to pull myself a little bit out of camera because it's easier over here to do this. Okay. Get you in the center. Got it?
Yep. I actually have a little hair there too. Breathe.
Right. All right. I'm hoping I didn't catch a resistor, but it's on now. Jesus, that was a marathon there.
All right. When it's done, put it back in the PCB or the lens holder.
Whew. I am sorry, audience, if you're watching this for the last, 30 minutes of me trying to get, put it in there, but yeah, I'm over it.
Don't worry, audience. We're only 2% through the lightsaber build.
No shit. Jesus. Okay, I am.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, no, and you're not even joking, right? So, I'm gonna get better as we go and more confident. I feel it. As you all saw me just shake my head, like, what did I get myself into? This is why I understand now what Carl from Vault of Valhalla was saying. When you get your first one built and you turn it on and hopefully it works.
Yes.
It's that feeling.
Yeah.
Because
you're going to have that.
Yeah. That'll make this all worth it.
You're going to have that when you're sitting there and it's all done. And
Yeah.
And you put the battery in and you hear that noise and then you press the button and it comes on. It's like a life or death thing. Like if it doesn't come on, it's the equivalent of someone just like uppercutting you straight in the balls. You're just like, oh, I just did this for 2 hours and it didn't turn on. You know.
Got it. Yeah, okay. What's next? Since that 2-second
All right.
step was supposed to, the 2-second step we just did took me 30 minutes.
It's not a 2-second step. It's fine. All right, cool. So now you're going to take your wonderful hilt.
Wonderful.
You are going to, I always twist the ends together just a little bit so that it sticks together.
Uh-huh.
You're going to feed that into your hilt. Oh, get your Allen key out, right? And you are going to put yours down the top. You are going to put yours down the top. You're going to run the wires so they're hanging out. I need an Allen key.
I'm going to put
you are going to
this way.
There we go. Huh? Yeah, you're going to feed your wires into that hole, and they're going to be dangling out the bottom.
Dangling out here.
And then you're going to mount the PCB.
And we're talking about this PCB.
Yes, you are going to officially mount that piece in there.
And that actually so I was super confused. I thought this was the battery part. And I'm wrong. This is for the blade, right?
That's the blade connector, yep.
Wow. I was way off. All right, let's see what size this is. Maybe like this one.
Just like that.
Got it. So I just back it out. I don't have to take the screw all the way out, right? I
just kind of loosen the screw up a little bit, yeah.
It's like a little. For those of you at home, this is like a baby grub screw. I mean, a little bigger than what would hold in what you would do on your like extruder. But all right, so maybe you said twist a little bit. Not much. Just get them down through there. That's all that matters right now. Is that all 3 wires are dangling?
All 3 wires should be hanging out the bottom.
Jesus. Okay. I think the me actually filming this is my first time is really awesome for everyone to watch, but really not awesome for me because it makes me more nervous because everyone's watching. But they're not watching yet. So really Caleb can just edit all this out. And no, I'm just
Oh man. But yeah, they should be hanging out kind of like mine is right here.
This is like, what did I get myself into?
No, this is fun. I've never actually shown anybody the process, so I don't even know.
Really? So I'm your guinea pig.
Anybody. Pretty much.
Well, you're teaching good. I'm just learning slow. There should be a prerequisite of 10 hours of soldering first.
Oh man, I don't even know how much soldering I have. I've installed probably like 700 hilts, so I have a lot of soldering experience.
Holy crap. Okay.
On top of all the other props I've done. I mean,
right.
I've done lots of props. I've done lots of soldering.
It almost doesn't fit, but there we go. Now it's falling in.
You might need to like wiggle it down, yeah. Yours should go all the way down to the bottom. Like you should feel it stop.
Just don't want to push those pins.
Okay.
I think we're there. We're close. Man, we're so close. It needs to go.
What do you mean you don't want to push? You can push on the pins. They're meant to be pushed on.
Well, if my solder joints are good enough.
Well, they need to be because your blade is going to sit down on them and they compress.
Well, we're going to find out, right? I think what I'm going to do, let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm not all the way down. I'm pushing her on the outside of that plastic.
You can do that too. You can just work it down. That's yeah.
Work it. There's still a little gap, it looks like.
There might be a little look like a little gap because remember there's a gap between the plastic and the PCB.
Got it. I just want to make sure. All right, I think. I mean, it's not going any farther. So,
all right. So then, when you tighten that retention screw, you just make sure it bites it just a little bit, just a hair.
So you know what? We're not good because I'm looking through the retention screw and I don't see plastic. So we're not all the way in, right?
No.
Let's just see. This is what files are for, right? Tapping. He laughs. He just like, oh my God. What? Hey, I think I see plastic
whatever you
now.
gotta do.
Yeah. All right. You said it should almost go all the way down.
Yeah, you don't want it to be crooked. You want it to be flat.
Yeah, I was just making sure. I could. It might be easy. Could I put the blade in? Oh, there. I see plastic.
Yeah.
Would that push it down
You
a
could
little?
put the blade in.
Let's see that blade.
Yeah, but the blade might need to be sanded. So don't force the blade in there if it's not going to go.
Uh-oh. Don't force it? Okay. Steve is saying don't do it.
Yeah.
He said there's a pretty good edge.
Sand the blade.
I got it. We're good. I see plastic now. Full plastic in the hole. So.
And then just tighten it a little bit. It sounds like you probably don't even need it, but whatever.
Yeah, for whatever. Yeah, it's not going to tighten much. My finger tighten, I get like 3 threads. And then we're done. Okay, good.
All right, first part is done.
Jesus. Sounds good. You know, I'm ragging on myself a lot here but it's funny because you warned me like this isn't going to be easy. And
no, it's not. Yeah.
And
we are not at the hard part yet.
I appreciate your patience greatly right now. So I have dangly bits.
Mm-hmm.
I have the hilt right here with the blade PCB in.
Yep.
Nice.
So I don't know how you want to separate this video up, but one thing I can tell you is what we can do, Jim, is we've done the PCB, we can do the switch, and we can put the speaker and the wires on the chassis and run it all through for this video. But I can tell you that putting the soundboard in is going to take it longer, if not the same amount of time, of doing everything else combined.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
especially yeah. So I just
I'm really good at soldering.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to take a while. Yeah. And then there's a whole nother programming aspect to it. You know, we could really divide this up into 3 separate sections. Oh, we got to build the blade too. That's going to be a whole nother hour.
Yeah.
Easy. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can do here, but
yeah.
Let's, just continuing with the rest of the build.
Let's get whatever you think we should go through on this one, and then we can, if we need to be at a breaking point and revisit this soon, we can definitely do that. We can make it work for sure.
Well, let's get on to some easier stuff. So I want you to take the hilt with the PCB in it, and I want you to set it to the side. Okay. These next pieces are going to be a lot less stressful. Okay. You're going to take your chassis. Okay.
Yeah. Chassis. Oh.
Actually.
Oh, blue.
Where's that?
I'm looking at his. It's black. I'm looking all over. Mine's blue.
So you're going to take. Luckily enough, I can actually do. I can actually put the leads on this chassis. Because why not, And I can, so that way you can follow along. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up the crap on it. So, okay. All right. So I want you to get the speaker, and I want you to get those a positive and a negative battery lead.
Same size?
What?
Same. You said positive and a negative. Oh, battery lead.
Yeah.
Got it. Here, I thought you were talking about wire.
You're gonna need wire too, but it's these things I sent you.
Perfect. Positive and negative. One of each.
Yep.
Got it.
One of each. Ow.
Check.
All right.
I don't know why I did that. Okay.
So
I got the speaker here. Well,
now as far as the battery lead goes,
yeah.
I want you to pick another. We're going back to red and black again.
Okay. Yep. Red and black.
The thick stuff. What I want you to do is cut a piece of wire that's the length of the bottom half of your chassis. So to put things into perspective, just cut 4 inches. 4
Like
inches
this?
of wire. Huh?
Something like
4 inches. Just that. Just cut that. Yep.
I'm familiar with 4 inches. Come on.
Nice.
That was a funny one. Even Steve laughed, and he doesn't laugh at my dumb jokes. All right. Now what? I'm
You're
guessing we're
gonna
stripping one end.
Stripping the ends and tinning them.
Check. A lot of stripping and tinning.
Of the red. Mm-hmm.
Steve's like, I'm never letting you use my stuff again. Yet. Where did I put that? Where did I put the resin? Or that resin, the solder. Oh, maybe over here. No, that's not it. I just threw that. I must have threw the solder, or maybe it fell off the. Yeah, found it. Oh. All right, tinning as we speak, sandwiching like you showed me.
Yes, sir.
Check. Not quite as sloppily as last time because, you know. Yeah.
Because we're learning.
Expert is a good word. Yeah, Steve. Come on. All right. Check. Tinned.
Okay. So now you're going to take your positive.
Yep.
See this?
Yes. Okay.
And you're going to take your solder. And on the top part of it, you're going to tin the end. And then you're going to take your red wire and you're going to fuse it to it.
Okay. Top, you mean, if I show you this pad, bump is here. So that's top, right?
Yep. That's the top. Yep.
And you talk about the end on this side.
Yep.
Okay. Check. So do we tin those two? Or not so much? Do I need to tin the ends of that too?
Yes. Do not tin the ends of the black one yet, of the negative.
So I'm gonna this is where I'm at. Tin the end of this and then drop my red wire on it.
Yes.
Got it, man. Maybe. Okay. Red wire, you're going for a ride. All right. Should wire stick? This is a good point. Wire should come off this way.
The top. So if the side where the bump is, I guess it doesn't really matter for the positive, but
well, what I mean is,
it does.
I'm sorry.
It does.
Side with the bump is that's fine. Wire should go this way.
Yes, facing down. Both of these are going to go facing straight down. Yeah.
Perfect. I wanted to make sure I'm routing the wire in the right direction.
Perfect. Yep.
I'm so proud of my real good soldering abilities. Or at least I will be when I'm done with this, because I'll have a lot of hours of practice.
Do you have an X-Acto knife on you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Why?
You're gonna need it for the next piece.
Shit. Did I bring one over? Oh, I mean, darn it. Did I bring one over here? I have a razor, so.
You need a pinpoint blade, though.
Come on. Figures. I didn't have enough, so now I'm reattaching. Real quick. I say real quick, and you're like 7 steps ahead already.
No, I'm just cleaning up the ends of this because my chassis is pretty sloppy on the print, so there's lots of overhang on this.
All right. So I got positive on. Do I need to go on to negative or not yet?
Not quite. We're going to glue positive on first.
Whoa.
Okay. So what you're going to do is, so take positive.
Huh? Not bad.
That looks good.
Okay. Take positive.
Off the helping hands. Grab your super glue.
Should I use, I was going to ask you, CA, is CA work, or I have some Gorilla super glue?
I would use the Gorilla stuff. I just use regular Gorilla stuff.
Cool. Oh, I guess I need to open it probably. I have CA glue too. I just didn't know if you know what to use. So
yeah, it'll just bond to the plastic on the print.
It's open already. Weird. I was not expecting that to be. I thought I was going to have to poke it or cut it. Okay. So what do we? I got it right here.
Oh, put the cap back on just for right now.
Put the cap back.
I just wanted you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but this is the positive side, and this is the negative side.
All right, let me. I'm gonna make your screen bigger so I can follow you along better. Okay, here we go.
So up here is the negative side. Down here is the positive side. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna put it through that hole right there.
Okay.
Just like that. And then once that lead is in there, I'm going to bend the metal so that this side fits in that hole, is in that slot. And then right when I get it bent like that, I'm going to take my super glue. I'm going to put just a little bit of dab around the inside there. And I'm going to put that lead back in. And then I'm going to hold it with my finger for a few seconds while it just
perfect
base dries.
So what I got here, I see what you're saying. I catch what you're throwing.
Okay.
Let me solo me so you can see. Make sure I'm not crazy. I have it in.
Okay.
And you want me to bend it up?
Yep. So that it fits in that slot.
Like that.
Should fit perfectly in that slot. Yeah.
Okay.
See how there's like a little channel for it?
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Then
I see it now. Yep.
Then put a little bit of glue in that channel.
Got it. And then put it in there.
And then set it in there. And then if you have a pair of tweezers or a tool, you're going to need it after that too.
I have tweezers. Check. What am I going to need the tweezers for?
You're going to need to bend the tab on the back. And I'll show you that. You can solo like after you get the glue in there, you can solo me. That way you're holding your finger on it and letting it dry while you watch for the next step.
Okay, glue is in. Finger is glued to it. No, I'm just joking. That would be classic.
Hey,
that would be classic. All right, I didn't mean to take that away from the camera, but
hold that in place.
Yep, holding it in place, and I'm going to left-handed solo you so I can see the next. Man, I do. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you walking me through this, and I know it's a pain in the butt.
No problem.
You know, because you're so used to doing it so much, but I do appreciate this. It's awesome to learn, and Yeah, if anyone out there is watching this and they don't want to do this, Chris over at Sinister Propz, he can do this for you.
Yep.
All right, I'm watching.
Okay. So, do you see this little tab right here?
No.
The tab that we fed through.
Oh yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to bend it so that it's, you can use a flathead screwdriver for this too. We're going to bend it so it's like that.
So it folds over the top.
So it folds over. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I dropped it.
I'm hoping my glue dries today.
Keep your finger. Did you see how I kept my finger on the tab while I bent it?
Okay.
Keep your finger on the tab while you bend it.
Yeah. I see that. I'm hoping my glue dries sometime today. How long of a dry time is this?
Mine is quick. It could be the material you're doing. What did you print that in? PLA?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you should be okay.
What did I get here? Gorilla Glue pen. It just seems like it's taking its very sweet time to dry.
Is it this?
Yes.
Is it the stuff that says on the? Is it?
Here, I'll show you.
Does it say damp? Does it say damp it on the back?
I think so.
Yeah, you're not going to want to use that stuff. It's not going to dry.
Here, this.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, that's not really the stuff that you're. Yeah.
Okay.
I have this stuff, but it's good for other stuff.
But not this.
No, it's good for gluing prints together, but you have to there's other process that takes 30 to 60 minutes.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Hang on. I got an idea. We are gonna attempt to wipe it off. Yeah, it's definitely not doing anything. Oh yeah, it wipes off pretty decent right now because it's not drying. I'm going to use the CA glue because that's what I have.
That's fine.
And
just for future reference, I like this stuff. The brush.
Hang on, let me bring you back in.
Yeah, that's fine. I like the brush and nozzle because there's times where you want to use the brush for parts.
Yeah.
And I use the brush and then I put the nozzle on there.
Got it.
This stuff is like, I don't know, it's like $10 or something like, or no, it's like $8.
All right. Let's try this again. CA glue. Come on, baby. Don't fail me now. Otherwise, we're stopping the video because I don't have any other glue, right?
Yeah, that would suck.
I like grabbed that one because I was like, oh, it's Gorilla Glue, you know?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What the? And of course, the cap on this is greatly tight, or glued. I'm not sure. There we go. Nothing a couple of pliers can't handle, right?
Yep. Better than using your teeth.
Yeah, right. Amen. All right. So I'm going to drop some of this down like that. And then I am going to, let me think about this. How do I want to do this? Because I got to spray it quick. Well, I don't have to, but I should. Because that's the other side's the activator stuff. All right, I'm in. Let's do this. Whew. Here we go, Steve. I'm going to go back here. The tricky part is getting my finger in to press it down, right?
Yeah.
See? All right. We'll find out in a second. Oh, yeah, my finger was glued to it too. So we're good. We're in the channel. There's only a slight amount of glue on the outside. All right.
It's fine. It just needs the little
yeah.
like, I want to say nipple part of it. You want to keep clean.
We're good.
So bend the tab in on the other side. That should help clamp it down too.
Bending as we speak and holding it in.
You can use your finger too. You don't have to use it.
Don't use a needle nose or a...
You can put your finger in there.
Got it.
I've done that before.
All right, bent it in.
Cool.
Hopefully not broken it, but I bent it. Okay, so...
Okay.
See that. Okay.
Now, hang on. Oh, I have a board right here. Okay. I'm going to learn some stuff. You ready? Okay. Do you see the board right here?
Yep.
You know, when we do the soundboard, I have this where my computer is. Do you see this mouse pad looking thing? It's actually a Cfx wiring diagram.
Okay.
So I can use that to walk you through it, because I'm going to be honest, by the time we film the next piece of this with the board, the lightsaber that I was currently working on will not be here.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see the board on the far right here, the one all the way at the top corner with the SD card on top. That's the positive power.
Okay.
And so the board is going to be seated like right?
Okay.
And so you want this red wire going down this direction.
Into one of the sides.
Into those holes on the inside that you see there.
Does it matter which one?
Which hole? Yes.
Oh. So if I'm looking at this, this is where the board sits.
The side, you want the wire going in closest towards the camera.
This side.
Yes.
So, okay, got it. So through that, like in
and pull it through.
Done.
Great.
So is it okay if it's a little coiled in the bottom there, like that?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Because that's how mine is. Okay. Now I'll put the chassis down.
Back away from the chassis. I'm backed away.
Don't put it too far away.
Got it.
Get the speaker out.
Speaker is out.
Get your little pad. Don't use the helping hands. You don't need them. Get your little pad. Brush off the surface a little bit. And put your speaker face down.
Face down. Check.
Grab some wire. It could be any wire of your choice. But just don't make it the super thick stuff. Just kind of small.
So not the 3 we used, maybe something small out of the small bag.
Yeah. So don't use, I would use the red.
Use red. Okay.
No, use black. Use black.
I got black, red, blue, yellow, white.
Use actually black, red, blue, yellow, white. Use use white.
White. All right.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I know I'm being.
It's okay.
I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for you when we do the board, because after you got everything wired, you're going to be sitting there looking at it, and you're going to go, "Oh my god," you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you. So how much do we need?
Okay, so if you're looking at me, if you put the speaker in here, you only need the speaker wire to come right about here.
Okay.
So just measure from the end of here to from here to here. You see that?
So speaker. Oh, so that's where the speaker is going to sit.
Yes, from here to here. You need 2 of them.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I like to take my speaker wire. I like to take a wire and I fold it. like that.
Okay.
And then I just cut it. And then I take those two pieces and I cut it down the center. Pop.
So
and now I have two pieces that are the same.
Speaker goes here. You're thinking from like here to here.
Go to flip this over.
Nope, there we go. Sorry. Wrong side.
Yep. From there until the lip of this thing.
Oh, all the way over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Check.
And then
I like that we're measuring with points on the chassis.
Yeah, I always use live measuring. I never get rollers out. I always use live measuring.
Yeah, it makes it.
And I
definitely...
always cut more than I need. Always.
All right, and then cut that in half. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Done. And
speaker face. Done. Strip the ends of the wires.
Both sides.
Pin the pads. Nope. One side.
Strip one side. Okay. There's a lot of stripping going on in this.
Now with speakers, you do not need to tin the speaker pads. They are already tinned.
Oh.
Rarely will you ever get a speaker where the wires are not already tinned.
Okay. Check and check.
So you tinned the speaker wires already?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I was saying the cutting was checked. Yeah, check and check.
Oh, okay.
Stripping, I should have said stripping. And then tinning currently. Maybe. Come on. Sandwich. Okay, I think that one is pretended to be tinned. I mean tinned. That's what I meant to say. What the? I think we're tinned there. Steve, I don't know what I would do without these helping hand things. I'm going to have to order some as soon as we're done with this stream.
Did you see my little custom setup? I have like...
Yeah, you got a... Whoa, yeah, you got like an octopus going on.
Yeah, I have like three, and then I have one on the side. My soldering station could use some love, though. This is all these. Yeah. These are all burn marks that you see. But this is a very soft. This is a very soft wood, so that it doesn't scratch hilts. And yeah, I also have one of these. It's a soldering clamp. So actually, when I do PCBs, I just clamp it here, and I just go pop, 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 pop.
That's fancy. All right. I believe I'm tinned.
Cool.
I probably could have gone a little more, but more is not always less, right?
Exactly.
That did not come out great. More is not always less.
It didn't make a lot of sense, so I just agreed with you.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do usually.
Just smile and wave. Is that what Steve said?
Yeah. That's what he does when I talk.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
You're not first, you're last. Okay. Tinned and tinned. I'm learning. Tinned and tinned.
Okay. So speaker face down.
Box. Speaker face down. Make sure there's nothing on
press
here.
on it like I did.
Okay.
Take your wire.
Yeah.
Take your soldering iron.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be hard to do this. It's hard to see me do this. And touch the wire before you put the soldering iron. Touch the wire to that. Do you see the pad?
On each side, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Touch the wire to the pad and then just melt it into the thing. Okay, so I want to be very clear here. The plastic holding this speaker in is very soft.
Okay.
This plastic is very soft. You're gonna feel this little pad start to move if you hold it there for too long.
Okay. So make it quick.
You want the wire facing down on this particular install.
Okay. Down.
Did you say make it quick? Yes, you want to make this quick.
Down. And you said these should already be tinned?
The speaker pads will have a pretty healthy amount of solder on them already because there's a wire soldered to them. And I actually didn't tin this well enough, so I gotta go back here. There we go.
I'm just watching you.
This part's easy.
I'm learning. Yeah, it's easy.
No, it is because those. Oh, I just burned myself. Because it's okay. I just tapped myself for a second. Where's the burn? No, I think I just lost a couple hairs. Yeah, that's done.
This part's easy, he says. It's you know the part where we get the board, that's the easy part, yeah.
The part where we get, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The board's gonna be tough.
I'm gonna practice for about 3 or 4 years before we get back to the board part, and by that time, no, I think by that time we'll be good.
You actually should. You know, no offense, but
shit.
You should get these things called like breadboards,
Okay.
and you should practice soldering a little bit. Might make you feel a little bit more confident on the board.
Yeah.
And just practice like how long you need to hold it there. You know what I mean? Just if you just soldered for like 15 minutes, you'd probably be perfect at it.
I just did solder for 15 minutes.
No, I just mean, I mean, like if with a breadboard in front of you, it's really easy to just go from one connection to the next connection.
Oh,
to the
cool.
next connection, and just kind of go down.
While you were joking around, I mean, no,
crushed it.
I'm just playing. I hope not, literally.
Do those? Make sure they're not cold solder joints because that piece shakes.
What do you mean by cold? What do you mean by cold solder joints?
Does it look? Do the wires look fused properly?
It looks like this side could use some more solder. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Yeah, I would just make sure that you just a little dab of solder won't hurt.
Until I drop the wire off because I'm.
No more. Yeah, you don't need any more solder. You could hold the wire with your other hand.
Yeah, here. What's a cold solder joint while I'm messing around here?
A cold solder joint is where it looks like it's fused, but since it's not like one pull, it really isn't fused. It means it didn't get hot enough and bond.
Man, I'm gonna have to. I just want to make sure this one is good. I see wire on the outside.
Yeah.
There we go.
The
other one looks smooth, looks like a bubble, right?
That's good. That's good. You want it to be a bubble.
This one, not so much. So that's why I added a little. But what's killing me on the solder part, right, is that I shake so dang much, and it doesn't help my soldering skills. Apparently, I need to eat dinner.
Yeah, that could be it. I shake when my blood sugar is low. Sometimes if I have too much caffeine, I can't install, which because I shake.
Damn. I mean, here. Let's see if you. This camera really sucks for this, but
Wiggle the wire a little bit. Does it look like it's fixed there?
I mean, I don't feel like it's
looks
going.
Pretty solid to me, dude.
I don't think it's going anywhere. Yeah. Cool. Check.
Okay. Okay, so you take the chassis again? Well,
take the chassis again. Okay.
So you might actually need to do this. Get your razor out.
Okay.
You see what I'm doing with the inside of this? So I'm kind of going on the inside really quick, and I'm just kind of whittling an edge to it.
Around
inside.
Here?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just kind of going like up, just a little bit.
That
I already know. I know you're gonna need to do it.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to grab a razor and something to drink. Oh, I think, did I bring my toolbox over here? I hope I did. How's it going, everybody? Watch Jim build a lightsaber in 6 years.
You know, it is kind of crazy to think about the process in its entirety, how sort of ridiculous it is. But I promise you guys, once you get all these components built and all the wires are headed back to one place and that heart goes in, you really do feel like you're assembling something super special. Right when you're going to feel it, Jim. When you're putting the soundboard in, you're going to be like, yeah, this is awesome.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
Especially because when you get to the point where you're just putting the soundboard in, all you're left with is a bunch of wires that are all different colors just sticking out of the lightsaber, and there's no other parts laying around. It's just that and the soundboard.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of like when like Iron Man's chest plate locks in. You know what I mean? Like the final piece. It's like Pam. It's like the keystone.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Again, I'm going to say it. I really do appreciate you taking the time and walking me through this, because I have a feeling you had no idea I suck at this much at soldering. So, so there's that. Full disclosure, I should have told you that. I can use this tool, right? And you said create an edge here.
What is that?
A deburring tool.
A deburring tool.
Yeah, so it is, there's different ones for metal and plastic, and this is just one I have, but it creates, can you see that? So you put it on here, right? It swivels, right? I can
see it.
And you drop it on here, right?
Yeah.
And you just, so you can use this to just take, now it looks like it's beveled real good, right? That's what we're trying to do. I hope. There we go. I hope that's what we're trying to do, right? You said bevel it?
Yeah.
Cool. So how's that look?
It looks pretty good. Okay, so now what you're going to do really quick is, okay, so I'm going to show you this, and I'll let you sit it in, but you got to glue it in too.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is, do you see the wire where the red wire was run?
Yep. Yeah.
Opposite of that.
Okay.
Both wires in, and feed them all the way through, and your speaker should go all the way down.
All right, let's try it.
Speaker should go all the way in.
Okay.
Hey, Jim, really quick. I'm going to be right back. If that's okay while you do that?
Yep.
Hey, you want to put, just because it's going to take you some time, I know you got to do it. Once it fits properly, pull it out, and you want to put a little bit of glue on here.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. If you don't want to use your CA glue, you can get the proper glue later, actually. And you see these black tabs, these 2 black tabs?
Yeah.
That's where you want to put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there, and then on the other side, and then lock it in place.
Okay, perfect. And that looks like it fits good. It's all the way in.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if the CA glue will do that properly.
Okay. I'll try it. I just dropped. Oh, I see it.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. I'll work on that.
I will be right back. Just give me a minute.
Yep. Yeah, that's how it's going to lock in, huh? Looks good.
Yeah.
That deburring tool worked really good. I like that. I probably could make it a hair looser if I wanted to.
But I don't know if it fits in there. It should be fine.
Yeah, it's just this edge right there. We're good. All right, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to, he said the black tabs. These black tabs here. So I'm going to do a drip here. Just a drip here. A drip on the other 2. And then I'm actually going to spray the stuff on the inside of the hilt here. The chassis, I mean, not hilt. So we have some glue. Set that down just for a second. Activator, I'm going to spray in here just for a second. And then we're going to hope that I can get it all the way set in before it activates. And I think what I'll do is get more. I'll have to get more like actual super glue too for the next round, but without getting glue everywhere. We're in. We're all the way in. I think we're good.
I'm back.
Nice.
Sorry
Welcome.
about that.
No, dude. Don't be sorry.
I wanted to grab some water.
Good idea. I don't.
Quick energy. Keep my hands steady.
I don't even know what time it is. It's like 9. What time is it, Steve?
9:37.
Whoa, 9:37. So we've been at it for about 2.5 hours now. Well, give or take.
Well, let's just finish this portion of it.
Okay. So here's what I got. I got my wires out one side.
Mm-hmm.
My speaker is in flush.
Did you glue it?
Yeah. What I did was I put the CA on the tabs, activator on the inside, and then push it in. We're good. We're not coming out now.
Perfect. All right.
Don't push on the speaker. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to push on
So
this.
here's what I got so far. Cool. All right. Golf clap.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
All right. Do a little bit of housekeeping. We're gonna do the negative pad. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Pad.
Okay. Before you solder anything together, that negative wire that you cut earlier.
Yeah.
In your chassis, you're gonna see a little hole right there. Do you see this little hole?
Frick.
It's flat.
So there's a couple in there.
The one that's going up and down. Your print is so much cleaner than mine, so it should be easier to see.
Down
Not that one. It's a flat tab. Look, my knife is going into it.
Oh, straight up and down. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. That thick black wire, that thicker black wire should go into that.
Oh God.
Mine doesn't, I don't think.
I need a little cleanup and out too here.
From the top to the bottom.
Yeah. And then where does it go? Out the...
Yeah, out the bottom.
Oh geez.
So you might need to get a tool.
Yeah.
You might need to get a tool and kind of shave this up a little bit.
Yeah.
You can use that small jeweler's file that I think you were using earlier. And you just kind of bore it out a little bit, spread it to make some room so that the wire just goes in there.
Let's see what I got for a really tiny little file. I see. I definitely need to make some room. I don't. It's just too small, it looks like. There we go. That won't work.
You want it to go in with ease, because once you put the solder on there, you know, that's got to go in there too.
Got it. Hang on. Oh,
So
no, I'm doing that. Okay. So basically it's got to go straight up and down into that hole.
Yep.
Down out the bottom here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you're going to bust the tweezers out for this one, trust me.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay,
hole.
I'm good.
You're good. You had to work on yours a little too, huh?
Yeah, my print isn't as clean as yours though, so.
I'm just trying to get a good.
I'm just eating a quick
I wish I
bar
had.
just to keep my.
The one thing I did not bring over here yet, because my wife is using it, is my X-Acto knife set, and she's using it for some dollhousing stuff. And I found another one today that I forgot about that I had, and I didn't bring it over here. I should have. But yeah, I definitely am going to need to clean that up in there. And that wire.
I would say that the tools I use the most, aside from the soldering iron, are.
So where's that going to come out?
That's going to get fun.
Is it going to come out like the bottom where that other hole is?
Yeah, so you're going to feed it through. You're not going to feed it through there yet. You're going to solder the piece first.
Holy crap.
But, I just dropped this. Oh, my speaker popped out. It's okay, because I'm not putting the speaker in here. Oh,
my gosh.
So you're just making a little bit of room.
Yeah. So is it going to come out basically the bottom of that, where that other hole is?
Yes.
Oh boy, that's exciting.
But first,
I'm listening.
You are going to solder the wire to the holder.
So okay.
So same thing as the positive back on top.
Man, I don't know. I might. I don't know if I have enough clearance yet. And this sucks that I don't have my knife here. What else can I use? Oh, how about a flat file, huh? Jesus. As I throw my chassis across the room on accident. No.
I use a drill sometimes.
Yeah.
With a drill bit, and I just go burp.
As you can see, I'm filing away like a peasant.
Go ahead. While you're doing that, I'll mount my speaker to my chassis because I'm using a different chassis.
Got it. And then, yeah, if I think I could shave this better if I had my knife here, but I don't. And I don't want to break that top tab, like that bridge area.
If you do, it's not a big deal.
Oh, got it. You hear that,
Make it
Steve?
work.
It's not a big deal. This black wire is a little, it's so thick. Man. Ooh,
Has
I
to
like
be.
Steve. Steve's got good ideas. I learned how to solder today, and no.
You know, he's not wrong. You could stick the soldering iron down there and melt it.
I might be doing that right now.
Oh, you are? Oh.
That's a good Steve's genius's ideas.
Sometimes I'm worried about that, though, because if you do too much, it'll fuse it.
True story.
By welding, yeah. That's what 3D welding is.
With my sweet soldering skills, it'll definitely fuse. It'll definitely fuse. Hey, I can push it through now. Hopefully I didn't ruin the bottom, but I can push it through now.
We have progress.
Steve, you're a freaking genius. All right, now what? Did you say tin the end of the pad?
So solder it to the negative end, just like you did with the other one.
And I need to tin that, right? Because I think you said not to yet. But
yep, tin them. Yeah, I just didn't want you to do it yet because I wanted to do it one step at a time.
Nope, that works. Okay. We're soldered, and then we're going to come straight out of that one too, right? This is such a hard. I think it's a little harder than I'm actually filming because I'm trying to find a good shot angle here, and there isn't one. So I can do this way maybe. There you go. It's a little better. I'm going to tin it right there, or attempt to. So touch wire first so there's a pool. My God, that might have been my best one yet. As I throw the soldering iron around. Okay. I am super pumped about that solder. Okay. Check.
Cool. Okay. So put down what I'm doing. Just okay. So okay. So this wire,
yeah,
you're gonna push it through here. Okay. Yeah. And you're gonna wiggle it, and then you're going to get your little tweezers. You're gonna feed it some. You're gonna get your tweezers, and you're going to grab it from the top.
Meaning out here.
And you're going to feed it through.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's Steve's genius idea of melting it. Was, you know, that was the winner there, Steve.
So you're going to get it till it's like this, where the springs are facing up.
Oh, I better make sure. Springs are facing this way, this way, this way, this way.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm going to pull this through first.
Yeah, pull it through first.
Let's do one thing at a time.
Make sure it feeds properly. Don't yank on it because you might pull the coating off of it. So just kind of even pressure. When you're feeding conduit, you never want to yank conduit.
Okay, great. Now you tell me. Okay.
Looks good.
So this is what I got.
Okay, so get it to the point where it looks like the tab is almost going in there.
And you want, obviously we're going to want spring facing in.
Yes, but spring facing, turn it around.
This way?
Yep. Yeah, you'll see why.
Oh, we're going to bend it, maybe?
Yep. Yes, we are.
Got it. Okay.
We're gonna use the
Almost
glue
in.
again.
Almost in. Okay. So I'm almost in there.
Okay, so you get it more. Get it
More?
all the way so the tab is like right there. That the tab is like going in, sort of.
Oh gosh. So this. Let me see if I can. Woo. And the camera is not showing. I'm not showing. Sorry, camera.
It's fine.
Okay.
They saw me do it too.
Yeah. Okay. Check.
All right, glue.
Okay.
You know, watch me. Watch me do it. Ready?
I'm gonna watch you.
Because
Yeah.
you're gonna do this all at the same time.
Oh geez.
I'm gonna apply glue right on the bridge.
Okay.
Right there. Okay.
Yep.
Now, I am going to bend the tab.
Oh. Whoa.
I'm going to bend the tab just so that this sits kind of right there.
Okay. So do I need to? Oh. Do I need to pull the wire in a little more? Probably I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If I have to ask that, I do.
You can also bend the wire. You can also bend the tab ahead of time if you want. But I don't do that. I typically bend it when I get there. And then I'm holding mine. Dang, I just hit the stand. Sorry, guys.
You're okay. I'm just trying to get my wire in a little further. And I'm watching you win.
The good news is this chassis, which I don't have a lightsaber for yet, is now wired with a positive and a negative battery for whenever I get a new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this is ready to go now.
Because you're doing
it,
right? That's awesome.
Well, just because I had this, and this is the same chassis you're using, so
right.
Figured it was a good way to show you. I didn't put the speaker in here yet, though. I took it off. I'll do that later. I don't need it yet.
Gotcha. Okay, here we go.
Mine looks pretty good.
Let's see if I can drop you here. Bring up this. And what do you think?
I like the way it looks. All right. Do you have a battery handy?
Yeah.
Just pop it in that socket. It goes in. Can you see my camera?
Nope, hang on. Okay.
So this is why the negative goes here, right? There's a little lip that catches the battery.
Okay.
And it pops in just like that.
All right.
So pop in a battery and make sure that you can get the battery in and get it out.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me grab a battery. Oh, battery. All right. Check. Battery. Goes in tab.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Goes in tab, maybe. And doesn't. Oh, it's close.
Okay. So if it's too tight,
Yeah.
sometimes that happens. You can take your wire cutters and just cut a little bit off your spring. Just cut, like, go down one and just cut it.
Well, you're scaring me. Okay. So So just
So
cut.
do you
cut,
see
cut
my
a
screen?
little. Yeah,
Here, hold on. Let me.
I see what you're doing.
Because when you're doing stuff like this, every millimeter matters. You know.
Got it. Yeah, and I'm just right there. I mean, it's so close.
So I cut like here. Right.
Like one
Did you
coil.
cut it already?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
The last thing I want you to do is force it in there, and
Yeah.
the pressure of the battery over time will break your chassis. It'll just because you start hitting stuff with the lightsaber, and then it just starts breaking it.
That's not gonna work. I need I'm gonna grab a better cutter.
Yeah, wire cutters. I love my wire cutters. I found these little guys, and they're perfect. Let me get this out of my face.
Yeah, that's not working either. So close, but so far. He's showing off with his over there, and I'm like, yeah, this can be easy. There we go. Nailed it.
Got it?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I was able to snip it a little that way. Nope. Still a little tight here.
Woo.
Maybe I didn't snip
They went
enough.
in a lot easier though, right?
Yeah, definitely easier than it was.
Yeah, snip it a little bit more.
When a problem comes, oh, there we go. Can I get it back out? That's a good question. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll snip it just a little more. I don't know why.
If you can't get it back out, do you see on the other side of the chassis there's like a hole right here? So you can. It's meant for that. So the board will be right here. You can actually just pop your finger in there and pop the battery out.
Oh, hang on. So I think we're actually hitting this garbage up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hang on. It's just a shitty, crap. That's a bad part. Let me see if I can shave a little off.
How did you print the chassis? Did you print it like this or like this?
Let me think here. It printed, I believe it printed like this.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh.
That's why we had it differently, right? I had to clean up my negative end because I printed speaker down. I probably should have told you that. But
got it. Yeah, that would have been good. No, just joking. No, it's all good. I'm honestly, I didn't know. I just did it, and
yeah.
So that explains why we're cleaning up a little bit different parts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like I said, I don't print with any supports. I just do it. It just goes.
You just go for it.
Just go for it.
And I'm not even showing the camera. I'm just going to cut just a little bit out right there. Because this should just pop in, right?
Yep. There you go.
Let's see. That actually
going in?
You know what happened?
What? That's not good.
That's not good. You're right. Yeah, I broke my chassis in half. Son of a gun. Well, as you just saw, I broke the chassis of the lightsaber. The piece that all the parts go into and shoves into the center of the actual hilt, I broke it. I am gonna rebuild it. I'm gonna try to gloop it. We talked about glooping it. but probably I'm just gonna reprint it and start over. We're gonna try both ways, but hey, you never know. Well, you saw that. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of my great soldering skills and my oops when I broke it at the end there. I totally screwed that up. But let me know in the comments what you think. We have part 2 coming. I can't wait to get this thing on. I can't wait to turn it on for the very first time and see it light up and hear the noise and all the cool stuff. So I hope you guys stick along with me, and we will see you next time for part 2. And thanks again, Chris. I really appreciate your patience. You are a saint.